reacting on post rapture, we actually lost it all again to them. Why do y'all believe in this crap? How did people start believing in God? Could somebody tell me this? When? When was the date? When was the time? When the human beings started believing in God? Please, because I'm sick and tired of hearing people talking about only God knows when he's going to come back. He's not coming back. He was never here in the first place. How can someone come if no one's here in the first place? How can he come back when he was never here? The only one that was here was his son. Now, if you're talking about his son coming back, that's different. Why are you talking about God coming back? Are you saying Jesus is God now? Because that's the only one that was here. God wasn't here, which people want to say he was. He was not. His son was here. That's what they say. But how did we get to this point? I want to know. Like, this woman said that everybody gave up all their prized possession but never preached the gospel. What are you talking about? And another one said you need to open up your Bible because people don't open up. Why the fuck you need to open up a book for? What is this? What is why people are so obsessed with this damn book? People are obsessed with this book. It's driving me nuts. This book is only 2,000 years old. 5,000 years after Jesus' death, they written the Bible. And it has to do with the apostles, whoever that was with him, or the priests, or the monks, or the pope, or the kings that all sat down and written these fucking books. Why are y'all so obsessed with this motherfucking book? Why are you obsessed with believing that God is coming back and God never was here? It was only his son. He's the only one that was here. But they keep on talking about only the Father knows when he's coming back. He was never here. I'm sick and tired of hearing this shit. It's like it's driving me nuts. It's like people just want to believe in something so bad that they have to make other people believe it. Like they want you to open up this book, read all these old as thou, they, thus, all these words that were given to not for us to read, but only for people that were illiterate to read, because illiteracy was huge back in the day. So they used the Bible to help people learn how to read. And even when they conquered countries, they used the Bible to force people to learn about the God that they wanted them to pray to, because they forced them into this religion called Christianity, which I don't understand why people use Christianity as a big, humongous thing to say that Christianity is such a great thing. And it's fucking not, because y'all created the Christianity to call, y'all made it was called, y'all know why y'all said the name Christianity. It's because of Jesus. That's why. Like Christmas. Christmas is the name of Jesus' name to it. That's what the Romans did. They used the name Jesus and they named it after Christmas. Not just the Jews, and many other people that did the same thing. But why is it that you're using Christian as a way to say you're going to get into heaven? I'm sick and tired of hearing that. So you're saying nobody else on this planet can get into heaven except Christians? Are you fucking serious? And you want to say that God created man in his own image. He created woman in his own image and child in his own image. And you want to discount every other motherfucking person that he has created for only Christians to get into fucking heaven. Are you fucking... This is making me mad. I'm sick and tired of hearing this shit from people that open up a book and think the book is just telling them all the fucking truth about every fucking thing that went on through the beginning of time until now, knowing the book is 2,000 years old. It's like everybody talk about the Declaration of Independence, everybody talk about the Declaration of Independence, everybody talks about the fucking Constitution being old, but nobody wants to follow the rules of that, but they want you to follow the rules of a fucking piece of a book that had many other pages missing out of it, which they don't have the whole story of Jesus. They have a big, humongous story of Moses. Then they have the whole big story of fucking the Egyptians. Then they have this big, humongous story of the rapture. And not just the rapture, the fucking end of time. They got all these, and they got these short other stories. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of Christians using the only thing that they think that they will get into heaven, like there's no judgment or nothing. Like they're gonna just get into heaven for free. Without paying their dues of getting into heaven. Like you sit in these motherfucking buildings all motherfucking day with no heat, and they're begging you to give them fucking money while you listen to this priest read the same motherfucking gospel out of the Bible every time y'all come to fucking church. And y'all believe in Jewish this, Christian that, Islam this, and this is what y'all put on the table because y'all gonna have a battle between religion. It's crazy. One religion think they're better than the other religion. The Islams believe that they were going to get to heaven because they're Islamic, and you got the other religions believe that they're going to get in heaven because of their religion and think there's no judgment or nothing. And they believe that all these angels are going to come down, or they're going to lift the dead up, and the dead is going to come back and take people from their bodies, and they're going to leave a whole bunch of bodies laying on the fucking ground and shit. But first time they said, oh, no, it's not. It's going to be just people being lifted up in the air. They're not going to have their souls. They're not going to have their souls taken from their bodies. No, there's going to be these human beings that are going to be shipped off to heaven. And everybody else is going to go to hell because they sin. What the fuck? This world been sinning for millions of fucking years. And you're going to tell me that they're going to choose only the people of a few sin? Get the fuck out. Everybody fucking sins, dog. Everybody been doing this for so many generations, and people want to believe that they're going to be the only ones taken. I'm sick and tired of hearing that shit. I'm sick and tired of hearing white people, black people, any culture talking about Christianity. It's sickening to hear about it because people don't understand the real truth about Christianity because they only go by the Bible. They don't go nothing further than that. They don't even know the history of Christianity. They don't know the history. They don't know how fucking discombobulated and how violent Christianity was. I'm not just talking about Christianity. All religion were very violent towards the people that did not believe. If you didn't believe, you were fucking publicly executed. If you didn't believe, you were forced to believe. You were burnt at the stake. Your children was taken away from you. You were thrown in dungeons. You were beheaded. You were raped, you were murdered. Get the fuck out of here. Don't talk about Christianity being this great fucking religion. And it never was. And you can go by its history, even when the fucking Knights Templar created that shit. And not just the Knights Templar, the Romans that created it. They created it. They created the religion. And they won't even tell you the truth that they are the ones that had the motherfucking Jews in captivity when they were all in Jerusalem. They're the ones that put Jesus on the fucking cross. But they don't fucking talk about they don't talk about the Romans. When do you ever hear anything about the Romans? You never hear them talk about the Romans. And when the Jews wanted to create their own religion using Mary Magdalene, they didn't want them to. So the Roman Empire took their religion that they wanted to create it and made it into their own religion. And guess what they called the religion? The Roman Empire, the Church of the Roman Empire, was the first one to have a church. And then they took that motherfucking church and they made it into Christianity. And all these motherfuckers started following it. No, not following it. They were forced to follow it. Because the Knights Templar came out of nowhere, and the Knights Templar started forcing people in the war and shit like that. And you can even read the Bible, they even talk about the Knights Templar. And how they forced everybody to believe in the religion. And nobody didn't even care about Christianity. Didn't even care about a one God system. They created a one God system like Nefertiti and her husband Nagasaki, which people don't fucking talk about, were the first ones to create a one set God religion. Was Nefertiti and her husband, Egyptians. They created the sun Ra. And you see it all in their belief system before they disappeared or passed away. They are the ones that actually talked about the first and only one God. And then after that, everybody wanted to take that shit and use it for their fucking selves. That's where the Romans got that shit from. They stole the cross from the Egyptians. First, the cross was the cross. Then they wanted to create it into a white line and a cross across it because they know they stolen that shit. They stolen every part of a religion, of every culture, and put it in the Bible. And all they talk about, God this, God that, God this, God that. You're going to go to hell if you don't believe in God. You're not going to go to hell if you don't believe in Jesus. Why the fuck am I going to go to hell for these fucking things? Why do I have to believe in something just because somebody else fucking believe it? Why do I have to follow somebody just because you're following somebody? If you believe in God, you believe in God. If you believe He exists, you believe He exists. I don't have to. I don't want to. And I know He doesn't exist. There's no proof that He exists. It's only through faith. And you know what faith is? It's not even fucking reality. It's just people just putting in their minds the hope that that person that really exists. It's like you believe it. You don't believe in spirits. You don't believe in ghosts, but you believe in God. How the fuck do you believe in God, but you don't believe in a ghost being in your fucking house, knocking all of your shit over? How you don't believe in poltergeists? And they're knocking all your shit over and trying to show you they exist, but you don't believe in them, but you believe in God. It don't make no fucking sense. People walking around praying to a wall, going into these churches, staying in church all fucking day in suits and shit. Why does he want to see you in a fucking suit? Why does the fuck he care? He don't give a fuck if you're butt naked. Why the fuck does he care what you wear? People going to church with ties and suits on. For what? Why are you trying to look so glamorous? If this man's wearing an old ass shawl and shit and wearing some fucking slippers. This motherfucker got a beard probably all the way down in the middle of his fucking, between his fucking legs. It don't make no sense to me. 2,000 years, the man's still on a chariot. He ain't driving no Bentley. He ain't driving no Benz. He's on a fucking chariot with a fucking horse. Wearing the same clothes he wore 2,000 fucking years ago. But y'all can't wait to get up there. And y'all never seen a rapture before. Y'all never even see the steps of heaven. Y'all never even seen heaven before. Y'all even seen hell before. Y'all don't even know what hell looked like. Y'all don't even know what the devil looked like. Only betray the devil with a red pitchfork and fucking long ass tail and fucking horns. That's what you see the devil as, because that's what they taught you with. That's what they taught you of what he looks like in their minds. And they told you what God looked like. He's a long ass beard and he sits there with a bald head. I never believed that they showed God with a bald head. He has a slight bald spot in the middle of his head. He has a long ass fucking beard. And he wears a fucking big ass white robe on. And you got Jesus with a beard. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And he's always clean all the time. Knowing he was fucking poor. How a poor man look clean all the time? And how does a man become a fucking carpenter and he sold to rich people? He built fucking furniture for rich people. It don't make no sense to me, man. This motherfucker pushed somebody off a fucking roof. Like, it's crazy how they have these short little stories about Jesus. But when you look at the Holy Scrolls, people want to say the Holy Scrolls are fake. But they told you the real true life about Jesus, or they tried to, and they said that it was fake, but the Bible's real. What the fuck? You got these Holy Scrolls that are found in these motherfucking containers that are 2,000 or 3,000 years older than the motherfucking Bible, but you don't want to believe them, but you want to believe this little small ass book that be found in the hotels and prisons. People walking around up there crying. I saw this girl crying. Oh my God. They never came and got me. Are you fucking serious? He's not coming to get nobody. He wasn't the first. Why would somebody say only the Father knows, right? But the Father wasn't here. The Father wasn't here. His Son was here. So his Son is coming back, not him. God doesn't show his face to sin. So why the fuck would God come here for? They said not even his Son knows. How the fuck? He never came here. He never showed himself to nobody. So how the hell is he coming back? These stories don't make sense. And when they try to tell you the story, they try to tell you the story through the way they try to tell you the story. Then you tell them to read these scriptures. These scriptures don't make no fucking sense. They want to tell you that I'll only believe in him through faith. How can you believe through something through faith if you don't believe an actual fucking ghost is in your fucking house, fucking terrorizing you? But you don't want to believe that ghost exists. But you want to believe somebody that lives outside of Earth, knowing that there's 9 other motherfucking planets in the solar system, and there are trillions and trillions beyond trillions of other stars out there. There are more planets and solar systems out there, but nobody believes nobody exists outside of a solar system. We think we're the only motherfuckers that exist. We're the only ones that think that God is going to come for us, just for us, like we believe aliens is going to come just for us and nobody the fuck else. Knowing there's trillions beyond trillions of planets out there. Probably they have fucking life just like we have on this planet on their planets. But we don't care to recognize them. We only care to recognize ourselves because we're so fucking selfish, leaving our fucking kids, leaving our animals here so we get to fucking heaven. That's some fucking selfish shit. And you're saying also God is selfish. Because you believe only he's going to take you and leave everybody else the fuck here. Get the fuck out of here. Why the fuck would he do something like that? This is the reason why I can't stand religion. Because religion is nothing but a made up. It's made the fuck up. Religion is made up. And everybody knows it's made up. It's a cult. Like it's been cults for thousands of years. Cults been going on for thousands of years. From the Knights Templar through the Masons, through the Illuminatis. These are all the fucking same thing. It's the religion. It's based on the same thing. They use symbolism. That's all it is. It's not but symbolism. They use symbols to make you believe that these gods are coming back by using this. Break this seal. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left. To select start. You got to press this button. You got to hope that he comes down through that cloud. Or he has to head to that. He has to hold to the moon first before he comes to Earth. Like, come on, man. Are you fucking serious? All that shit for him to fucking come the fuck back. Why can't he just come the fuck back? Why he needs to break seals? Why he need to open up a book and read a scripture? Why can't he just fucking come the fuck back? But people want you to believe that he has to do all these things to come the fuck back. It doesn't make fucking sense to me. This is the reason why I don't believe in religion. Because religion is symbolism. Symbolism is bad. And you use symbolism also for the devil too, because you gotta break seals and all to get him to come the fuck up here. And how can you say that he's coming back to take you as a human? Like it don't make why? Why would he take you as a human? That's what really fucks me up about religion. They make up shit as they go along to make you believe that this stuff really is going to fucking happen. I didn't even know no rapture was fucking even going on. And regardless if I did know, I'm laughing at it because I'm like, didn't this happen like 5 other fucking times? And people keep on believing these motherfucking people that talk about these priests, these fucking no-name motherfuckers, these fucking people that come out of nowhere and say they believe in the Bible and the scriptures and all this other kind of stuff, that do all these studies and shit, don't even know what the fuck they talking about. And people believe, millions of people believe these motherfuckers. People standing outside waiting. People are fucking leaving their jobs and quitting and giving out their fucking shit to wait for something that fucking was never going to fucking happen. It's been 35 years, I guess, has been going on, and not one motherfucking thing except the year 2025, right? They wait until the year 2000, not the year 2030 or the 2050. They wait until 2025. After 5 years after the pandemic, they wait to talk about there's a rapture. Then on top of that, aliens is going to come in November during Thanksgiving. What the fuck is going on with the United States, dog? What the fuck is going on with this world? It's fucking ridiculous. People believe shit on the internet. People believe shit in these books. People just believe anything nowadays, dog. It's crazy being human. Damn, people just can't die. Like, we can't live our life and die and see if we can get into heaven the other way. We gotta want to just go so bad because we don't want to live life on earth. So we want to die really, really quick. We want him to come and get us and take us so we can't We can't live our lives like he created us to be human, to die as a human. We gotta want to get to heaven so fucking bad for no apparent reason, knowing that we're not gonna probably stay there because we're gonna be fucking judged. Then when we're judged, we'll probably be sent to hell anyway. Because you're not going to get in the gates of heaven by walking in just because you feel like you can. You can't do that. That's not the way it works. Every Christian should know that shit. There's judgment. They know that. I don't understand why they don't even bring that the fuck up in these fucking videos about judgment. But they think they can get it in there easy because they're fucking Christian. And that word Christian really drives me fucking crazy. I hate that word. It's a word that you're using from Jesus' name. That's why they call it Christianity. Because Christ. That's the reason why. You're not even supposed to be worshiping the religion. You're supposed to be worshiping the two motherfuckers you're supposed to religion is God and Jesus. That's it. You're not even supposed to be talking about the fucking Christianity. But people are still talking about it. Like that's going to get them, some lenience towards God. Oh, you're a Christian? Okay, bet you can get in here. No, he's not even a Christian. Jesus is not even a Christian. Why is it if he's born in motherfucking Jerusalem and he's a Jew and Jews are probably basically united? There's not even that many Christians or Jews. He's supposed to be a Jewish man, right? Or he's supposed to be a black man, whatever he's supposed to be in people's faith or mind, which nobody has no fucking evidence of what he looked like. But they want to fucking believe that this man is just because they show a person on in a painting of him, this might be him, or they says, oh, he's brown with brown hair. But that is just somebody making up something of him. They didn't even say that was him. They said they were trying to use, they're trying to say this is what he might look like. They didn't say he looked like that. Because there was a lot of prophets that were going in and out of Jerusalem at that time. Because the Romans killed a lot of prophets and actually prosecuted and hung a lot of prophets on crosses. A lot of them. There were a lot of prophets that walked through Jerusalem. People forgot about that shit. I don't understand why Christians never bring that the fuck up. They don't like bringing up shit that actually is reality. They like to make up shit. And they make up a lot of shit to make people try to follow or try to convert them over to Christianity. Stop trying to convert people over to something, dog. Because you want them to follow your belief system. I'm sick and tired of people trying to force people to follow their belief system. They've been doing this for so fucking long, and they continue to do it. First, they don't talk about Christianity until Trump comes in office. Now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to talk about Christianity now. Talk about Trump's a Christian, knowing he's a fucking Christian. He don't even like being in fucking church. He don't even like fucking reading the Bible. He don't like none of that shit. He doesn't even probably believe in God. And y'all fucking believe this man when he says, oh, well, I believe in... No, he does not. The man is a fucking demon, just like every other religion that's mixed in. They're all demons in these religions, dog. There's demons in these religions. And people want to use religion as a scapegoat because they want to say that I can repent once I'm about to die. Why do you need to repent when you die? Why do you have to go out there, get on your knees, and pray to God when you're about to die? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Why don't you pray to him every fucking day like you're supposed to? Every morning, every night, you're supposed to pray to him. But you're not praying to him. Then people say they're supposed to open their book to him. Nobody opens up their Bible because you know why people are afraid of the Bible. They're not afraid of the Bible. It's just they know the Bible ain't real. But all of a sudden, everybody wants to believe in a rapture because some man in South, somebody in Africa said something. Now, this African man is going to be ridiculed for what he did. And he has to go in hiding now. It's crazy that millions of people believe this shit. I'm sick and tired of them running out there every time they hear the word God. They got to run out there and thinking that they have to get themselves prepared for something. And they know it's not fucking true. We can't just live ourselves a life and die. We just can't get to heaven. The way we're supposed to get to heaven is by being born and die. No, people want to get to places easy. Like they say, people want to leave the earth because of bills. People want to leave the earth because they can't stay alive. they are depressed, they're stressed out, they're lonely. So they think getting into heaven will change every fucking thing. Are you fucking serious? This is fucking selfish ass motherfucking people. You might as well just commit suicide. And it's just facts. If you want to get to heaven faster, but people don't want to do that because they believe if they do that, they won't be able to get into heaven. So they want to do it this way by waiting outside all fucking day long for the last past 2 fucking days to wait for a light to open up in a fucking cloud. And he gonna peep his head out. Y'all ready to go? Come on, let's go. Come on down. You're the next one to get into heaven. Come on, man. That's the Price is Right, dog. This is real life, dog. This is real life that people are using fantasy. It's like we never got away from using fantasy. We fantasize shit too much. We dream and we think our dreams are real. And we barely can live life as it is right now. Why the fuck do you want to just end everything so quickly to try to get somewhere, knowing that you're going to be judged at the gate? But these motherfuckers never want to talk about that shit. They want to hide shit from you, thinking like if I say rapture, people will follow me. And they got these motherfuckers going out there talking about rapture, 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 Bible, Bible, book, 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 heaven, hell, whatever. That's all they do. And I'm like, I'm sick and tired of hearing these white motherfuckers. I'm sick and tired of hearing black people talking about this shit. It's driving me nuts. Because they don't even know what they're fucking talking about, because they don't even do their own history on religion. They think they know because they read passages of the Bible. That is a history. No, you have to go beyond the history of reading that book. And when was the book written? When was the Bible ever written? When was Jacob, David, all of them exist? When? When is the dates? Where's the actual dates? They making movies now. It's crazy. They made a movie about David now. I watched this the trailer of David. I'm like, are you serious? They always do this before Christmas come around. They always be making these movies about David, Christ, Mary Magdalene. They're always making about Joseph and and then they had a fight. Then I saw actual people actually having a fight over Joseph being Jesus' father, knowing he's not even his father. And they had an actual debate about that. It's crazy about these debates that's be going on and these fights they be having over religion, dog. It's crazy. Not just because of the Muslim religion and the Christian religion, because they're both the same religion, but you got other religions that are coming in and trying to fight with these religions. And I'm like, why are they going to battle with each other? If they believe in their God or they believe in their Christ, or they believe in Muhammad, why don't they just believe in their own? Why are they forcing people to believe with them? If he exists, let me find out for my fucking self. Why do you need to save me? You don't need to fucking save me. You don't know me to try to save me. Why do you need to go through that? I don't need you to try to save me. Because if he's real, he's real. But if he's not, he's not. So why can I say that he's not real and let you believe through your faith? I don't have any faith. Once upon a time I did. I don't have faith. And I knew that he didn't exist because there's no proof that he exists. Regardless if you tell me everything about the Ten Commandments, everything about Genesis, I know all about that shit. I know all about that shit. But why the fuck do I have to believe in that to believe in he exists? Even though I know the Ten Commandments is not the only commandments that were created in a religion. It was created from the Egyptians also with the 45 commandments. And then you also have belief systems of God being Jesus being Horus and Mary being Isis. And the son of David, which is the star of David, is Jupiter that actually was in Egypt of their summer solstice. And it was just in Egypt. It was also when the Mayans were actually talking about the summer solstice, they were talking about the same star. So how is it that all this belief system from the Cross that's been along longer than the cross actually become the symbol of Christianity, but you discount the Egyptian cross, which they went into Egypt and they chiseled all the fucking artwork off the wall because they didn't want people to recognize the religious beliefs that the Egyptians had. So they wanted to take that religion, get rid of it, so they could create Christianity. That is so fucking disrespectful, dog. Disrespectful to erase a religion because you want you to start your own religion. That's so fucking disrespectful. And the thing about it, black people know the Egyptians were black. Black people know that the Egyptians came out of Kemet and Cush. They know that that religion that they followed was basically the Christian religion before the Christian religion ever was created. But it wasn't called a Christian religion. They know that. That's why black people hate that's why when I'm saying my name is Pharaoh, they hate me when I say my name is Pharaoh. Because you know why they hate me when I say my name is Pharaoh? Because the first motherfucker they bring up is Pharaoh. Ramesses. That's the first name they bring the fuck up. Knowing that Egyptians never had a fucking slave. Knowing they didn't have no slaves. And they know they didn't have any slaves. It was all made the fuck up. Because they want to talk about Moses. Because Moses was a symbol of that time to have him say, well, we need Moses to free the slaves. So we're going to talk bad about the Egyptians because because the Romans were the ones that actually had Jerusalem and Jewish people under surveillance because of Pontius Pilate putting Jesus on a fucking cross. But they forgot about that, which they don't talk about, which Christians don't talk about. They don't talk about the Roman Empire having control over Jerusalem. And Pontius Pilate is the one that's a quote unquote put Jesus on the fucking cross. But they want to talk about Moses being persecuted by the Egyptians and kicking them out because they had slaves. Come on, man. The Roman Empire wanted to clean their image up. So they tried to destroy Egypt. Because they knew their image was fucked up of what they did to Jews. And not just them. You might as well talk about Pompeii, which they don't fucking. Why don't the fucking Christians talk about Pompeii? And what they used to do to the Jews down in Pompeii. When they used to rape them, force the women to have sex without their consent. Used to have women slaves down, have Jewish slave women down there. And they used to have sex with each other before they went out to war. They used to have male on top of male. And this is Pompeii. This is the place that Jesus is supposed to have, God is supposed to have destroyed. Why don't they talk about that? Why don't they talk about a lot of stuff that happened during them times that they don't want to talk about, that they hide? That Christians love to hide shit. But they say that, oh, well, you're not following. Why do I need to follow somebody that you had created? You created them, went into Africa, forced blacks to understand that this is their religion, that they're going to build on their fucking kingdom. And then when the other Africans fought to keep Christianity out of their kingdom, they went to war with them. The Christians with the war with the Africans by bringing military into Africa to kill off them because they wouldn't give up their land for a religion. And that's how Africa was really conquered, was by a religion. Not just the Christian religion, also the Arab religion. Because you look at it that the Muslims got into Egypt, they tried to bomb motherfucking one of the pyramids with dynamite. Because one of the kings didn't like the look of the pyramid. So he tried to bomb it with dynamite, which he didn't do a very good job because the pyramid's still standing. It was Pyramid of Giza. But this is how it is, yo. This is how it is. I'm sick and tired of religion. I'm sick and tired of these motherfuckers fighting over some spirit that you can't fucking see. I see if he was human. I see if he was Donald Trump or something. But it's an entity that doesn't exist. It's a spirit. Just like I can't understand how people can't believe in ghosts, But they believe in a motherfucking God. I don't understand. Isn't God the same thing that the Greeks try to believe in, and the Romans and many other people that actually believe in many, many gods, and not just one God? Just many gods of like the earth, the land, the sea, the ocean. They believe all in the stars, the planets. They believe that the zodiac, their gods. Isn't God? Isn't God shoot for Greek? Is it a Greek word for God? Isn't God a Greek word? Isn't love a Greek word? Aren't these words that were used out of the Greeks, out of Greece, that was given to us to learn through the Bible? Which we're using, we're actually reading the Greek translation of the Bible? And how is black people know anything about Greek? We only spoke in our native tongue, and the native tongue was taken away from us. And we were given the book, and we were told to read this book. And the only book that we could read, we were never allowed to read any other literature except the Bible. And how blacks got caught in the Bible and the Quran, I will never know. To this very day, I don't understand why black people follow Christianity and the Quran. I don't understand. How did we get caught up in these religions? We were never religious people. We were very religious, but we were religious in another sense of religion. We didn't follow a code that we had to go by faith, or we had to go by praising the one fucking God. We prayed to many gods. How do we get caught up praying to one God? I never understand my black people. I will never understand us. We follow and we just want to keep for ourselves. We want to take somebody else's religion and make it our own. We want to make Jesus black. We want to make God black. We want to make Christianity black. Because we want to. Because we have nobody else to follow. We don't follow nobody else. All our leaders are dead or in jail. So we just accept anything that they give us. Hey, you want to follow this rock? Is he a god? Yeah, I'm gonna follow that rock. Black people will follow any fucking thing. We follow anything. That's why we're obsessed with money. We don't give a fuck if the motherfuckers were slave owners. We don't give a fuck if they had our ancestors being beaten to death or raped and murdered. I mean, we don't care if they sold us. We don't care. Long as we use that motherfucking green money with the white motherfuckers on it, we don't care. Because we don't care about nothing because we're selfish. And we always been selfish. Because though we don't want to be called African, we want to be called American, knowing that they placed that on us by giving us their name. They gave us names. They gave us names, dog. We were never named like the names of Africa. We were named John, Tim, Ben, Ralph, Mike. We were named by our own fucking slave owners. We were never given our free will. We never had free will. To this day, we don't have any free will. Because we had to follow behind our white counterparts. We had to smoke the cigarettes. We had to wear the suits. We had to drive the nice cars. We had to live in the nice houses. We had to do everything our slave owners did because they taught us how to be slaves. And we never stopped being slaves. So we took their religion and made it ours. So we are still forced to be slaves. We don't care. And I love my black people, but I just don't understand how we started following religion. Black people never can tell me that. Why do you follow God? Why? How? When? We never did this. We came from a country that never worshiped one God until we came here. We did, the Arabs forced us that way, but we still was trying to get away from that. But what happened? Did the white man do something to us or say something to us? Did they grab us into their churches and pointed out something that we started to believe in? Because us black people, we should not be following anything that the white man has given us because we should have been separating ourselves from them. I never understand, I will never understand how we got into religion. We want to keep on talking about Western Africa. We want to talk about us building churches. We didn't build no fucking church. They built the church. The only thing that we did is go into that motherfucker. We didn't build no churches. And if we did build a church, they told us to build a church. And we built a church because they told us to build a church. And we started building churches all over fucking Africa for no reason. And then we did it in America. We started building churches on every single fucking block, on every single fucking corner. We don't even have fucking hospitals on every single fucking corner, but we got every fucking church on every fucking corner. And these are black neighborhoods. You don't really see that in white neighborhoods. You see churches probably in the middle of the fucking neighborhood, but that's like 5 or 6 blocks or 10, 12, 30 blocks down a block. But black people got it in every single fucking corner. We have a church. Why do we need a church? I don't understand why we need a church. We're sacrificing and giving offers to a man that we can't even fucking see. We're up there putting our heads up to the wall and we're fucking praying to an air conditioner. We're opening up a book trying to find the page, chapter 15/2, Isaac 55, 32, 31 XZ. You'll find this scripture being amazing scripture. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Going through all these pages just to find a small little teeny weeny scripture about this small. They don't mean shit. That says thou and thus and hate and you and words that we don't even say anymore. Verbs and adjectives and words that we don't even say anymore, that they are making us keep continuously say thousands of years later. When do you ever say, let's have a conversation, say thou, thus, thee, in a conversation? When do you ever hear us do that? You hear us go to work, having a full-blown conversation, thus, thou, thee, he, ho, I, thus, thou shalt not commit adultery. Do you see us talking like that? No. So how are we looking at the book to read it, to speak it out again? Like 2,000 years later, knowing that we don't even speak that way anymore. Even if the book was Aramaic, even if the book was Greek, even if the book was translated through Latin, or even through the Jewish, whatever, the Hebrew, we don't know how to speak them languages. So how the hell we keep on trying to speak these languages 2,000 years later? We open up the book and we read this book that's 2,000 years old. That's not even our language anymore. Because number one, it's broken English. That's all it is. It's not a broken fucking English. And we're trying to translate this again. And I'm trying to figure out, like, you really believe that God still talks like this? But I don't understand how we forced ourselves to fucking believe in this shit. Because they say, well, we have to go by faith. Faith is the only way. Why is faith the only way? Why do I have to have your faith to believe in something that I don't have to believe in? Even if it does exist, you don't have to prove it to me. Let God prove that to me. And he's not doing a real good job because he doesn't exist. Only in your belief system that he exists, because you've been reading the book for numbers of years. You've been going to church for numbers of years. You're going to start believing that he exists because that is the way you're supposed to. That's what happens. But if somebody's saying, okay, I used to do that, I don't do it no more, why are you trying to force me into something that you believe in? You just deal what you deal with. If you believe he's there for you. He's not there for me. And I don't see, oh, well, he wakes you up. How the fuck does he wake me up in the morning? I wake myself up in the morning because I'm in a lot of pain because I'm dealing with a lot of health problems. Oh, well, he can help you with your health. Man, I see motherfuckers in the hospital that beg for God to come and help them, and they never fucking come. You see kids dying. You see motherfuckers get shot on the street. In this belief system of, oh, well, you have to have faith in order to live. Oh, no, you want faith because you believe it's a material thing. It's money. People say they give their stuff away. Yeah, you're the idiot that gives y'all stuff away. And I don't even know why, because even though people believe that God says give your stuff away, I don't believe he continues you to give everything the fuck away. The stuff that you need to survive. Now, your money and stuff that you need to survive, like your car to get to work, and many other things you need to go and do things in life, you gave the fuck away, knowing that a rapture was never going to fucking happen, or will never happen. But you still believe, people still believe that I did the right thing. No, you didn't, because you got motherfuckers wishing they never gave this shit away. They did that shit during not just the rapture, they did that shit during the Great Depression. People were giving their shit away. And even during the 1918 pandemic, they were giving their shit away. Because they believed that God was coming back. Even during the Black Death, they were doing that shit. They were giving their shit away because they believed that God was coming for them, because they believed that since they were dying, God only cares about the Christians. They didn't care about nobody the fuck else. And Christians really believe that they're the only ones that God cares about. And I'm still trying to figure that fuck out. What was this? If he's supposed to be a loving and a caring God, and he's supposed to show that he forgives you, why the fuck does he care about only of one half of a religion? Oh, but he didn't care about the Muslims. Oh, I forgot. He didn't care about the Muslims, right? He didn't care about the other religions that actually exist. He only cared about Christianity. That shit just made me fucking laugh, because I'm sitting up there like, are you fucking serious? Out of all these other religions that combine throughout history, he only cares about Christianity. He only cares about the motherfuckers that sit up there all day long, sit in the church and scream and holler at a wall. And rip open a book to try to find the scriptures they can read in the book. Oh, scripture /2 section C, WXYZ. Like, come on, man. You think he even cares about any of them scriptures in that book? Do you ever? I've never heard a Christian ever say that he's repeating, that God repeated what they said in the Bible. They say, oh, read your Bible. Why do I have to read my Bible? That motherfucker should know everything about the motherfucking Bible. Why the hell I need to read it? He should know everything he said in that Bible, because God is supposed to be the one with the greatest memory. He should remember everything he says in that Bible. Why do I have to repeat everything he said in that Bible? Why do I need to read it for? All I'm reading is what? Somebody else telling me something? God is not talking to me. Somebody else is talking to me. Like David, Joseph, maybe Mary. They're talking to me. God's not talking to me. But I gotta read Genesis all over again. I gotta read Noah all over again. But I gotta be informed about Noah, of how he built a ship the size of the fucking state of Pennsylvania. Do I have to read about David fucking fighting the fucking giant? Why is that important? And David having a war throughout his history of him being a king? That's all he did, was have a war. That's all he did, was fight a war throughout his history of being a king. And don't get me started with King James. King James was a child molester and a rapist. He slept with his old mom and had kids by his old mother. Like, come on. And this is the one that wrote The Rapture. Not The Rapture, the one that wrote End Times, Armageddon. That's the one that was supposed to be the ones that everybody really cares more about, because that's all people talk about is end times. They read between Moses and end times. That's it. People care more about the war at the end of the end of time of the devil and the God fighting. That's all they fucking talk about. Oh, you better worry about the rapture. You better worry about end times. Why do you want me to worry about that? If it happens, it happens. Why is it a big thing to read? That's what they want you to read. They want you to read about the violence of the Bible, which that is the very violent part of the Bible, is the time of the rapture and the end times. It's violent. And the devil is actually supposed to be the one that God is supposed to be fighting. And I'm still trying to figure that out. How the fuck is the devil is so people are so obsessed with the devil so much? Oh, he's possessed by the devil. Oh, we need to fucking do something about that person because that person has the devil in them. But if you read the Bible, it also tells you that God does a lot of killing and doing a lot of killing of children. And the flood was a big issue that they talk about. But people want to keep on talking about the flood like the flood was the most important time of of God destroying man. It really wasn't important, because number one, if God let man live, that should be the only most important thing. But he could have destroyed the world with a snap of a finger. But why he did that with water, nobody knows. He could destroy the world with a snap of his fingers or his breath. But he didn't do that because I guess he felt sorry for man. But he's the one that created him. And that's the reason why Lucifer didn't want to bow to man. Because he knew man was a piece of shit. He knew man was stupid. You see what man is doing today, doing the same stupidity. You see what man is doing? Man did the same stupidity of believing in a rapture. And I know God probably like, these dumb motherfuckers I created. Like, they actually believed that I was coming back today on the 23rd. For what reason on a Tuesday I'm going to come back for? What the fuck am I going to come back for? What did I need to come back on a Tuesday for? Like, I know, because he probably did the same thing to Eve and Adam when Adam ate the apple and Eve stuck the apple in on Adam and Adam ate the apple like a dickhead and Eve was up there smiling her ass off like, I told you these dumbass motherfucking men. Like, told you these men are dumb. The same thing as a million people that were standing outside knowing that if God was real, he probably was like, these dumbass motherfuckers are standing outside waiting for me to come down and take them into heaven. Are you fucking serious? He probably shaking his fucking head. And he probably telling Jesus, yo, look at this shit. Yo, Jesus, come here for a second. Look at these dumbass motherfuckers standing here waiting for me. Look at these dumbass motherfuckers. These stupid dickheads. This is the reason why I didn't want to create man in the first place. I knew I should have got rid of man when I had opportunity. Because man is so stupid. Because we are, like, we believe in everything. Like, we take books and read them, open them up, and origami and all this other kind of bullshit and believe everything that something says. We believe it because human beings are the most gullible motherfuckers. That's why we believe in the aliens are coming back next. Because that's what people are going to prepare themselves. You're going to have all these preppers out here, and these dumbass motherfuckers going to be sitting out there, standing outside, waiting for a big ass alien ship to fucking come down so they can be taken in the fucking alien ship next. Just like they waited for the rapture. That's the same thing they're going to fucking do. Because humans are stupid. And I always believe God had created humans in the stupidest way. Because we don't think. We believe every fucking thing. That's why we don't get along. That's why we believed in the pandemic. That's why we believed in fucking all these fucking bullshit pieces of shit that's been going on for the past hundreds of years. Because we are dumb. Because we don't use our brain at all. And we're supposed to be the smartest motherfuckers on this planet. And we're supposed to be smarter than any fucking motherfucker out there in the universe. But are you fucking kidding me? If aliens do come back, I don't even know why they even fucking come here. Why are we worth of an alien's time? We can't even fix ourselves as humans. We're sitting on this planet. We don't even know how to even get along with each other. Why the fuck do they care about us? Why do they want anything to do with us? Why do they want to take us into their spaceship and fly off somewhere? Why? Oh, my fault. They're going to take Christians. I forgot. My fault. The aliens are going to come down and take Christians and not take nobody the fuck else. Or they're going to take the believers that believe in aliens. They're going to take them. The same way the Christians believe that God is only going to take them. The alien people that think that aliens are going to come down here in a big ass ship, just like they did on the movie Independence Day, going to snatch up all the people on Earth that believe in aliens, and they're going to take them to another planet. And they're going to treat them like kings and queens. That's what they're going to do. Human beings, I never understood us humans, dog. Like we have nothing to even existing. Like, why do we exist? We don't even know why we exist. Why do we exist? I don't get it. I don't understand why we exist. We're so gullible. Like, we are so afraid of every fucking thing. Like, we accept every fucking thing. People talk about what's going on in the world now. I'm like, why do we even complain that we have Donald Trump as the president of the United States when we're not doing anything about it? Donald Trump is still the president for over 100 fucking days and still doing the same bullshit he been doing when he was president 5 years ago. 4 years ago. So nobody bitching complaining about that, but they're bitching complaining about being president now. But we're not doing a goddamn thing about it. We're just making videos about him and complaining. That's it. We're not doing anything the fuck else. We're going out there marching a few times. We're sitting having the Senate and the government complain, or Republicans versus Democrat. That's it. We're not doing anything the fuck else. This is what we do. What we do, we have to do with religion. We sit there and say, well, God is going to save us, knowing that God is not going to save man. Man is going to have to save man. Man is going to destroy man because man is the one that built stuff that's self destructive, like nuclear bombs, bullets, guns, many other things that we created to kill each other. We're the ones that are drilling holes into the earth to cause tsunamis. We are the ones that's causing earthquakes. Actually, we are the ones creating rain clouds. We're creating hurricanes. We're doing that shit. We are doing that shit. We are changing the climate. And it is a such thing as climate change because we're the one that's fucking up the climate. We're looking like Venus. Or we're going to end up looking like Venus. Because we're the ones destroying this planet that you said that God gave us, which all y'all fucking believers in God will sit there and say, oh, well, why if God gave you a planet to actually live on, why are you destroying his planet that he gave you? And then you want to go move to Mars and take the religion of God with you to Mars. It's like we're very religious people throughout time. Even before we came to this planet, we were on another planet and we had the same basic type of religion. And we destroyed that planet. Well, the white man destroyed that planet and tried to come to Earth. Because blacks were living on Earth. Whites were probably living on Venus. And then they came here and then they wanted to destroy this planet with religion and many other things they wanted to destroy this planet with. And black people allowed it to happen. Because we didn't do anything about it either. The Native Americans didn't do anything about it either. But they tried. But at least they tried. At least the Mexicans tried. The black man didn't do shit except sit there and allow them to take. Or we did try, but we didn't try hard enough to kick them off our land. But we gave up our land for a religion. We took Christianity, gave it to them. We'll take a Christian belief system. Hey, come on, bring it into our kingdom so we can destroy our kingdom. We can destroy it with war, famine, and conquering and enslavement. Good idea. But we also need you to help us fight the Muslims. Sure, we'll do that. Got the Africans to go over there and try to fight the Muslims for them because we were fighting their enemies. Like we fought their enemies throughout history through war. We just fought all their fucking enemies. From all the wars that we fought, from probably the Revolutionary War on down to World War II to Vietnam and the Korean War, blacks were just fighting the white man's enemies. To this very day, we're doing the same thing. We're fighting the white man's enemies because Donald Trump creates enemies. So they're involving black people into fighting their enemies again. Knowing that we say we live in this country, we're proud Americans, which we're brainwashed because this is not our fucking country. And I keep on telling black people that even though you have a social security card and a ID that was given to you not that long ago, probably at least about 100 years ago, we were given these things because we were actually fighting to get this stuff. And then when we were given this stuff, we were still considered contraband. We were still considered slaves because we were never allowed to have anything going on for us because they didn't want us to. So they gave us a social security number and they gave us an ID. Remember that big ass number behind a motherfucking prison suit? That big ass number? Just look at that number and look at your social security number. It both matches. The only thing about it is they got letters, but letters are numbers. So basically, if you look on the back of a fucking jumper, of a prison jumper, that's what blacks have on their social security number. The same thing. And you can never forget your social security number. That's something that you will never forget. Because that's what you do when you have products. Because they always have a number at the end of it. You always will remember the number of the end of the product. But they always tell you to give me the number at the end of the product. They'll give you the number at the end of the product. It'll probably be 4 numbers. The same way that you would do with your social security number. Give me the 4 last digits to your social security number. You give them the last 4 digits. The same way that you would give somebody when you're giving out a product. That's what we are. We're not but a number. We've always been a number. We would never ever be, allowed to taste the fruits of the white man. Never. When we ever get to taste the fruits of the white man? Never. Zero. We had opportunity to, but we allowed them to take that, put a religion in front of us to tell us to pray to this God. And next thing you know, we had our own opportunities to create our own system of belief in religion. But we didn't do that. We could have created our own churches, but we didn't do that. We created the churches that they wanted us to create. We prayed to the God that they created, and we want that God to be ours. So we do anything that we can to follow the white man's God and the white man's education, the white man's also dollar bill. We follow everything that they gave us. And we accept everything that they gave us because we believe if they take anything from us, we get mad. You see what they're talking about, the food stamps. You see them talking about everything else that has to do with not just food stamps, but medical, how blacks are going crazy over there. How dare they take this stuff from us? They're not allowed to take anything from us. Motherfucker, they're going to take whatever they want from us because they're the ones that gave us that shit. We are the ones that we didn't beg for anything. They gave us that shit. The order to be Democrat, we had to take that shit. Because we were once upon a time Republican, because we were forced to be Republican. We never had opportunity to even choose we want to be Republican or Democrat. And then when we were Republican, we should have stayed Republican, but we end up being Democrat. But that's why all the rich motherfucking Democrats left to end up being Republican because they didn't want to deal with black people. So all them fucking Republicans over here were probably once Democrat, and they were rich motherfucking Democrats. And then they saw us coming over there like we did when we went into their fucking neighborhood and we started living in their neighborhood, and they just got up and packed their shit and left and went to the suburbs. We did the same thing with their fucking, their voting system. Besides us staying one, let's go and be another. Let's become Democrat. So the rich white motherfucking Democrats saw us, said, fuck no, let's go over to the Republican side. So they went over there to the Republican side because they saw us coming over there. Once we were Republican, we were poor motherfuckers, and we were struggling to do all this stuff. We were poor. We were actually poor. And now, when we became Democrat, we thought that we were going to be shoulder to shoulder with the rich white motherfuckers. Because us black people wanted. Us black people wanted to be shoulder to shoulder with the white man, the rich white man. And look what they did to us. And it's just not that. It's not just that. It's just have to do with religion too. Until the day I die, I will say us black people are the only ones that are still enslaved. Mentally, physically, and emotionally. And religiously. Because we don't know who the fuck we are. We had opportunity to learn who we are. We had opportunities to go back in time to learn about our history of our ancestors, but we chose not to. So we just left it alone to say, you know what? I just want to stay American because I don't want to know anything about my history. The Puerto Ricans, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Vietnamese, and many other cultures know everything about their history of their family history, their ancestry. We don't know shit about our own. And we never will. So all y'all motherfuckers don't like me. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. I don't care. And you can put all this religious garbage up. I don't care. I have read the Bible before, and I don't care because the Bible is nothing but a book that's been written 2,000 years ago. I'm not opening up no book to read a book that's 2,000 years old, knowing that's the year 2020 fucking 5. And we should have been far away from the Bible. Like everybody talk about we should have been far away from the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and all these old pieces of paper, all this old legislation, and all the other kind of stuff. We should have got rid of that shit and made a new law and all the other kind of stuff, a new Constitution, a new Declaration of Independence. No. So why we need to steer away from that, but we can't steer away from the Bible? And they want to use the old commandments that really honestly doesn't really recognize to anybody to this very day of the younger generation. And the newer generation don't understand anything about the Bible. They can read it all they want and they still wouldn't understand it. And we can read it all we want and we still can't understand it because we're making up lies about it. Just to try to keep the religion It's still existing, knowing it's 2,000 to 3,000 years old. But we won't talk about any other religion. But we'll talk about this religion and the Arab religion. Like these two religions are just the most functional religion in the world. Like we don't have no other fucking religion that exists, which is probably hundreds and hundreds of religions that exist in the world. But like I said before, I'm done with this shit. I can't stand these videos of these motherfucking talk about, yeah. You see a lot of these Christians talk about, oh, you should never got caught onto the rapture. Motherfuckers, stop lying. Y'all know y'all got caught on the rapture too. These motherfuckers that making up these videos, these so-called Christians talking about they never got caught up in the rapture. Yes, they fucking did. But they don't want to feel salty, so they made these videos trying to blame other Christians for following the rapture, knowing they did the same motherfucking thing. But they want to make these videos like they didn't do it. Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't follow the rapture. I didn't know it existed. Yes, y'all fucking did. Y'all listen to that same motherfucking shit on TikTok. Because most of these videos that you see on here are from TikTok. If that guy made a video off of TikTok, at least 99% of the Christians saw that video and believed that the rapture was going to happen on the 23rd. And they were sitting outside or waiting in their houses or sitting out in a park or sitting at a beach waiting for it to happen. And then they try to make videos after that. Oh, I didn't know the rapture was going to happen. Christians, you should have never did any of that. You should read your Bible. You should know that God said that He's the only one. He should know that I'm coming back, knowing that He wasn't even fucking here, knowing His Son was the only motherfucking here. He was the only one here. His father wasn't here. So why is He coming back and His Son's not? His Son should be coming back, not God. I don't know where they get these fucking stories from, because it was written in a way that honestly confused people, and people are still confused. And a lot of Christians are confused because when they every time they read that, I'm like, hold up, why did He say His Son doesn't even know when He's coming back? So if God if God existed on the planet, was He Jesus? Because God never was here. It was His Son that was here. So the only one that should come back, which talk about coming back before He moved on from coming from out of the fucking grave, because He said, I shall return, but He never returned because it's supposed to be 2,000 years before, or 7,000 years, 6,000 years before He's supposed to return. Now, the thing is, people want to make up like quick dates of Him coming back. Oh, He's coming back tomorrow. Oh, my fuck. Oh, Jesus got a doctor's appointment. He can't come back tomorrow. He got a doctor's appointment. Oh, shit. All right, what about next week? Yeah, I believe He'll probably come back next week. What? October what? 15, 16? All right, cool. I can make a video right now and say the rapture's going to be probably next month. I bet you everybody motherfucking Christian believe me. Because people, it'd probably be nine fucking Christians too that will believe me. Because we're so gullible, dog. We're human beings are so gullible. I don't even know why God even created us. Even if He did create man, I don't even know why He created us. To this very day, I still don't know why God created man. Because we're so stupid. We're so lost. We're so ignorant, evil, disrespectful, unhonest, untruthful. We're so selfish. Like, we're human beings, and this is what we were created. And you say God, you believe in God? Like, come on, man, that's crazy.